Hi, I'm Marvin. For years, I've maintained a relationship with my mom despite our differences. My son, Tyler, is 8 years old, smart, kind, and the light of my life since his mom passed away 3 years ago. We visit my mother's house regularly for family dinner, where my brother Dale's twin girls always seem to be the center of attention. Dad, do we have to go to Grandma's again? Tyler asked, pushing cereal around his bowl. What's up, buddy? I thought you liked seeing your cousins, I said, sliding into the chair beside him. Tyler shrugged. The twins always get special food. Grandma makes them mac and cheese with the shapes they like and gives them ice cream before dinner. Last time she said I couldn't have any because I didn't finish my vegetables, but Lily didn't eat hers either and she still got dessert. Are you sure about that, Ty? Yeah. And when I asked for a snack because I was hungry, she told me to wait until dinner, but then she made the twins peanut butter sandwiches. Why didn't you tell me this before? Grandma said I shouldn't be a tattletale. Something cold settled in my stomach. I'm glad you told me now. Later that week, I called my sister Vanessa. Hey Marv, what's up? She answered. Have you noticed Mom treating the kids differently at family dinners? You mean how she acts like Dale's kids hung the moon and the rest are just taking up space? Yeah, I've noticed. Tyler told me she's been letting him go hungry while making special meals for the twins. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Last month, Emma asked for seconds and Mom told her ladies don't eat too much, but then practically forced thirds on Lily and Luna. Why haven't you said anything? Same reason you haven't. Mom's got that iron grip on the family. But it's getting worse, isn't it? I met Aunt Karen at a coffee shop downtown to learn more. Your mother's always played favorites, she said, stirring her tea. Last Thanksgiving, I watched her give Tyler the smallest portions. When he asked for more potatoes, she said, you need to learn portion control right in front of everyone. What? Why didn't anyone say anything? By dinner's end, Tyler was sitting there with an empty plate while the twins had second helpings of pie. And Christmas? Worse, the twins got piles of presents. Tyler got a sweater and a book, not even wrapped properly. She reached across the table. There's more. I overheard her telling Dale that Tyler was too needy and that some grandchildren are just easier to love. That evening, after Tyler was asleep, Dale's voice crackled through my phone, defensive and dismissive. Mom's just showing the girls extra attention because they lost their mom in the divorce. You're making something out of nothing. Tyler lost his mom too, Dale, to cancer. Or did you forget that? That's different. The girls see their mom get a new family while they're stuck with me. So that justifies letting my son go hungry while your kids get special treatment? He wasn't hungry. Mom said he's just picky. He came home from her house and ate an entire sandwich and bowl of soup. Look, Dale sighed. Mom's getting older. She's set in her ways. Just bring extra snacks for Tyler if you're so worried. Are you serious right now? You've always been too sensitive, Marvin. The girls are younger. They need more. Tyler is 8. Your girls are 7. Don't give me that crap. As I scrolled through photos on my phone later, I came across one that made my heart sink. In it, Tyler sat alone with a nearly empty plate, while the twins showed off plates piled high with food, my mother beaming behind them. That's when I knew this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was deliberate, ongoing emotional abuse of my son, and it was going to stop. The next day, I drove to my cousin Melissa's house, the family gossip hub. She'd know if this pattern extended beyond just my son. Of course I've noticed, Melissa said. Remember Thanksgiving when Tyler asked for more cranberry sauce and your mom said, you've had enough, but then immediately offered seconds to the twins. I thought maybe that was a one-time thing. One time? Marvin, where have you been? She scrolled through her phone. Look at these photos from the Easter egg hunt. See how many eggs are in the twins' baskets compared to Tyler's. And here, your mom literally redirected Tyler away from an egg so Luna could get it. I can't believe I missed this. You work 60-hour weeks as a single dad. You can't see everything, she leaned forward. But there's worse. At the 4th of July picnic, I overheard your mom tell Tyler that his cousins got extra dessert because they behaved better. Marvin, Tyler had been sitting quietly reading a book while the twins were running around screaming. 2 hours later, I was sitting with my brother-in-law, Jake, while he worked on his motorcycle. Your mom's favoritism? Yeah, it's obvious, Jake said. Last Christmas, Emma asked why the twins got new tablets while she and Tyler got board games. Your mom told her, some grandchildren just get different presents. Who says that to a kid? Did Vanessa say anything? She tried, but your mom pulled that martyr act. After all I've done for this family. And everyone backed down. Jake put down his wrench. Look, I've been filming family gatherings. Want to see something interesting? On his phone, he showed me clip after clip. My mother ushering the twins to the front during photos while Tyler was relegated to the back. Her praising the twins' projects while ignoring Tyler's art. Her serving the twins first at every meal while Tyler waited until last. And check this out. He played one final video from a recent barbecue. In it, my mother clearly told Tyler there were no more hot dogs, then minutes later pulled out 2 more for the twins. I'm going to be sick, I whispered. My final stop was my mother's oldest friend, Margaret. I've been concerned for some time, Margaret admitted. Your mother has always struggled with playing favorites, but it's gotten worse since your father passed. But why Tyler? He's just a child. Marvin, you know how much you look like your father? Tyler is his spitting image. I think seeing him is painful for your mother. Reminds her too much of what she's lost. So she punishes an 8-year-old boy for resembling his grandfather? I'm not defending her, Margaret said quickly. Last month, I directly asked why she treats the children so differently, and you know what she said? Dale needs more support than Marvin does. His girls need extra love. And my son doesn't? I asked her that. She said, Marvin and his boy are too independent. They don't appreciate what I do anyway. My hands trembled with anger. Independent? Tyler lost his mother. He needs his grandmother's love just as much as any child. I agree completely, Margaret said, handing me a small notebook. I've been keeping track of incidents, dates, what happened, who was there. I thought you might need it someday. I flipped through pages of meticulous notes detailing months of preferential treatment, neglect, and emotional manipulation. What will you do now? She asked. First, protect my son. No more unsupervised time with his grandmother. Then, I closed the notebook with determination. I'm going to confront my mother with all of this evidence, and this time, I won't let her manipulate her way out of it. 3 days later, I stood on my mother's doorstep, a folder of evidence in hand, and Aunt Karen beside me for moral support. Marvin, what a surprise, my mother said, her smile faltering as she noticed Aunt Karen. Is something wrong? We need to talk, Mom, about Tyler. Her expression hardened. If this is about the extra vegetables I make him eat, it's for his own good. It's about a lot more than vegetables, I said, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. In her living room, photos of Dale's twins dominated every surface. I could spot only one picture of Tyler, partially hidden behind a large frame showcasing the twins' dance recital. What's this about? Mom asked, perching on her favorite armchair. I placed the folder on the coffee table. It's about how you've been treating Tyler compared to his cousins. Don't be ridiculous. I love all my grandchildren equally. Aunt Karen snorted. Helen, please, we're well past that pretense. I've been talking to family members, I said, pulling out Margaret's notebook. I've documented everything. Mom's face paled. You make it sound like I've committed a crime. Emotional abuse is a form of child maltreatment, Mom. Abuse? She clutched her chest. How dare you? After everything I've done for that boy? What exactly have you done for him? I interrupted, pulling out my phone. Let's review the evidence. I played Jake's video of her denying Tyler food while serving the twins. That was one time, she started. Here's another. And another, I said, playing more clips. This isn't isolated. It's a pattern. You've been spying on me in my own home? These were taken at family gatherings, Mom. Nothing was hidden. Aunt Karen leaned forward. Helen, I've watched you favor Dale over Marvin, and now you're doing the same with the grandchildren. It needs to stop. This is so unfair, Mom protested. Dale's girls need extra attention. Their mother abandoned them. My son's mother died, I said, my voice shaking. She didn't choose to leave him. Cancer took her. And instead of giving him extra love, you've treated him like an afterthought. I never meant to. Yes, you did. I showed her the text messages between her and Dale about giving the twins special treatment. This was calculated. Her face crumpled. Marvin, please. I love you and Tyler. I'm sorry if I've made mistakes. No, you don't get to apologize now and make this go away. You've hurt my son, repeatedly, systematically. What do you want from me? Tears welled in her eyes. I want you to admit what you've done. Fine, I favored the twins. Is that what you want to hear? Her sudden shift from contrition to anger was jarring. Dale needs me more than you do. He always has. This isn't about me versus Dale. It's about Tyler versus the twins. Those girls have been through trauma. So has Tyler. I shouted. "Don't you dare raise your voice in my house." She stood, finger pointed at me. "You've always been difficult, Marvin, always so sensitive, just like your father." "Let's hear what you really think," I said coldly. "You want to know what I think? So what if the twins get extra attention? They're younger, they're girls, they're your favorites. Just say it. Fine, they're easier to love. They don't look at me with his eyes." She pointed at a photo of my father. The room went silent. "You're punishing my son because he resembles his grandfather. Your husband? That's not what I meant." "It's exactly what you meant." I gathered my evidence. "This ends now. No more unsupervised visits, no more opportunities for you to hurt him. You can't keep my grandson from me, I'll take you to court." "Actually, you don't have that right," Aunt Karen interjected. "Not when there's documented emotional abuse." "Abuse? I'll show you abuse." Mom grabbed a vase and hurled it against the wall. "Get out, both of you! Dale and the twins are the only family I need." "Is that a threat, Mom?" I stood my ground. "Because it sounds like one." She advanced toward me. "If you cut me off from Tyler, I'll make sure you never see another dime of family money. I'll write you out of my will. I'll tell everyone what an ungrateful son you are." "You'll what? Turn the family against me? Like you've been trying to do for years? Get out before I call the police." "Actually," I said, pulling out my phone, "I think I'll call them first. Threatening behavior, destruction of property. They might be interested." "You wouldn't dare." I dialed the number. "Watch me." 2 weeks later, Tyler and I sat in our lawyer's office, reviewing the restraining order granted after my mother's outburst. "So Grandma can't come to our house anymore?" Tyler asked. "Not unless I say it's okay," I explained gently. "And she has to be on her best behavior." Our lawyer smiled at him. "Your dad is making sure you're treated fairly." "Is Grandma in trouble?" Tyler looked concerned despite everything. "She's facing consequences for her actions," I said. "Remember how we talked about everyone deserving respect?" He nodded solemnly. After our meeting, we met Vanessa and her family at the park. "How did it go?" Vanessa asked, hugging me, while the kids ran to the playground. "The restraining order is in place. She can't contact us except through the lawyer." Jake whistled low. "How's Dale taking it?" "About as well as you'd expect. He's convinced I'm overreacting." "Family dinner this Sunday is at his place. Mom will be there," Vanessa said. "We won't be. We're not going either. We're standing with you." "That means a lot. Have you heard what Aunt Karen did?" Jake grinned. "She sent copies of all the evidence to every family member, with timestamps and witness statements." "The family group chat has been exploding," Vanessa added. "Even Uncle Robert, who never takes sides, called Mom to tell her he was disappointed." That evening, my phone buzzed with a text from my mother. "Please call me. We need to talk." "I'm sorry." I showed it to Vanessa, who had stayed for dinner. "You going to respond?" she asked. "Not tonight. Maybe not ever." My phone rang. Dale's number. I reluctantly answered. "Mom's a mess, Marvin. She's crying constantly. You need to talk to her." "Not my problem." "She's our mother. And Tyler is my son, my priority." Dale's voice hardened. "She's written letters to both kids, apologizing. She wants to make things right. An apology doesn't erase years of emotional damage." "So that's it? You're cutting her off forever?" "What would you have done if she treated your girls that way?" I challenged. His silence was telling. 2 days later, formal letters arrived from my mother. Mine was full of excuses, thinly veiled as explanations. Tyler's was worse. Emotional manipulation disguised as an apology, trying to make him feel guilty. I called Aunt Karen immediately. "She sent letters," I said. "Everything but a genuine apology, and she tried to manipulate Tyler. Are you surprised?" "No," I admitted, "but I'm still disappointed." That weekend, we hosted a barbecue for the supportive family members. As we gathered on the patio, I shared an update. Dale called again, said Mom's planning a big family reunion next month for a fresh start. "Are you going?" Melissa asked. "No. A fresh start requires genuine change, not just wanting everything swept under the rug." Jake raised his glass. "To boundaries." "And to consequences," Aunt Karen added. Later, as Tyler helped me clean up, he asked, "Dad, do you think Grandma will ever say sorry for real?" I crouched to his level. "I don't know, buddy. Some people find it very hard to admit when they're wrong. If she did say sorry for real, would we see her again?" "Maybe, but only if I was sure she would treat you with the respect and love you deserve." He nodded. "I'm okay either way. I like our new family dinners better." That night, as I tucked him in, Tyler said something that made my heart swell. "Dad, Aunt Karen told me Grandpa was the bravest person she knew. She said he always stood up for what was right, even when it was hard. His eyes shone in the dim light. She said I look like him, but I act like you. I swallowed the lump in my throat. That's the best compliment anyone could give me. As I closed his door, my phone buzzed with another text from my mother. Please, Marvin, I miss you and Tyler. Can we talk? I turned off my phone without replying. Some bridges, once burned, should stay that way. And some lessons are learned too late. Have you ever had to cut someone off for the sake of your child? What would you have done in Marvin's situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.